Hello my viewers and welcome back to my channel. Subscribe, like and give this video a thumbs up by simply tapping on the like button. Share your thoughts on what you think about this video at the end. I really need you to be the stitchers of this video because I really need to hear your thoughts on this. Now, in a world where racial identity often defines our interactions and perceptions, one woman's story challenges the very fabric of conventional understanding. In this thought-provoking video, we take a look into the journey of a palm-color woman who boldly claims her identity as Black. Now, with a candid recount of her upbringing, familial dynamics, and personal struggles, she sheds light on the complexities of race, belief, and self-acceptance. So join me as we unravel the layers of her narrative, exploring the profound implications of her declaration and the broader conversations it ignites about authenticity and belonging. Check out her video. I will be right back.
And my best friend, she took me to be white. She was shocked when I told her I'm not white. I am Black. I am a Black person. And it was, well, you're not that. You think you are. No, I know I am. I was raised that way. But I was also raised, as Mom would say, it doesn't matter what color your skin is. We all serve one God. Now, as you know, this is my home. Over here is my daughter's home, Jessica. Everybody else in here, we're all kinfolks. That's how this community got to be mixed with white and Black. It was from the Black children. Our children going out marrying white and bringing them in. A lot of them was as light as I am, but we still said we were Black. And then we had some real dark ones, but that's okay. They were Black, we were Black. So that's how this all got started. My grandma, she was half Turk, half Black. My grandpa was a white man. My mom racialized me as Black. My mom she wasn't as fair complected as I am. She was a light tan brown. My dad, he has German, Irish, white. Well, his mother was a white woman. His dad was a colored man. And then as I grew older and I got married and I had my children, I registered my children as Black.
I have found that stone that was here down the mountain.
Most of them in this area goes as Black. We've got maybe 2-3 families that considers themselves being white. But the rest of us in here, we consider ourselves being Black.
You know this country is prejudiced, always have been, and it never will grow out of it. I was in the service in '66. Yeah, I circled Black, Negro. He said, you can't circle that. I said, that's what I am. Well, he kind of smiled, and he said, circle this. I said, okay, which meant Caucasian. I didn't show my color, but I know what I was. And I ain't gonna tell you my race. My mom raised me as Negroes. Oh, I had a lot of people ask me, say, why did your mom raise you as a Negro? I said, that's what I am. They said, yeah, but you don't show it. I said, it's gonna come a time where white won't accept you and the Negroes will accept you. I said, I'll wait it out. That's about all you can do.
He'll shout the victories, and he'll break through the blue.
Yes, yes.
Some golden day break for me and for you.
Amen.
Growing up, I was always taught that I was Black. I started into school and didn't really think much about it until I got into the elementary. I'm going to say around about 3rd or 4th grade. That's when I started noticing the difference. I started noticing I was being taught that I was Black, but I didn't look Black. Other children didn't view me as Black. Even some of those other kids made fun of me because, why are you saying you're Black when you're white? It wasn't until I reached about junior high and then I realized I'm white. That is what I am. Yes, I know I was raised Black and was told I was Black, but I am white. What Black person has blonde hair, blue eyes, and fair complected and can hardly tan besides burning? I'm white.
You don't have to look Black to be Black. I know She don't look black, but she has got black in her. She's right. She's got a lot of different kind in her. But I am her mother. I stand on the black. She did not stand. Only for so long of a time she stood as for black. When she got into school, into Waverly School, she let the people in Waverly change her thinking, her feeling. I didn't. I still stood for what I was, what my mother told me I was. I didn't care what I had to go through. I still stood for it.
When I finally made the decision to go as white, I did feel guilty about it. It did in a way break my heart. It's nothing against my family, and it doesn't mean that I don't like black people or love black people or care for black people. I do. And like I told her, I can't be racist, and I know that, and I would never want to be, even if I chose to be. I couldn't. I don't want that for myself or for my children.
You're never going to get to the top of that mountain, I'm telling you. The black blood in you is going to stay there. And whether you want to accept it or not, there is going to be people to pick it out of you, whether you mention East Jackson or not. I went to a doctor in Waverly a couple good years back, and on that application it asked my race, and I put black. The woman come out and said to me, "How can you be black?" And I kind of stared at her because she throwed me off. She said, "I have never seen a black person, fair complected, blue eyes, freckles, and red hair." I said, "Well, surprise, you see her now." And she wanted to change my race. She was aiming on marking out the black and putting white. And I told her, "Don't you do that. I know what I go by. I know what I am. You leave it there." I will never, ever deny my race for what my mother had brought me up and raised me and had put me as. I will always be that until the day I leave this earth.
So I stormed through this video where these palm color people are now claiming to be black. So now, does it mean that a woman can claim to be a man and vice versa? Or a black person can claim to be palm color? But food for thought. Anyway, as a black person, I feel it's important to address the complexities and discomfort surrounding individuals like this woman in the video who claim to be black despite being raised in palm color privilege. While it's understandable that she may feel a cultural connection to blackness, yeah, it's also essential to recognize that inherent privilege that comes with being perceived as palm color in society. Now, it's crucial to acknowledge that blackness is not just about skin color or cultural affinity. It encompasses a lived experience shaped by systemic racism, discrimination, and historical oppression. While this woman may identify with certain aspects of black culture, she cannot fully understand and will never fully understand or empathize with the everyday struggles and challenges faced by black individuals. Her assertion of black identity while benefiting from palm color privilege perpetuates harmful narratives of racial fluidity and undermines the experiences of those who navigate the world as black individuals. It's disrespectful to those who have endured generations of discrimination and marginalization based solely on the color of their skin. Her attempt to force her daughter into embracing this narrative further highlights the lack of understanding and sensitivity to the realities of race. By disregarding her daughter's palm color identity, she invalidates her daughter's experiences and reinforces the notion that blackness is something that can be claimed or adopted at will rather than a lived reality shaped by systemic inequalities. Ultimately, while individuals may feel a personal connection to a particular culture or identity, it's important to recognize the privileges and responsibilities that come with one's racial background. True allyship and solidarity involve acknowledging and challenging systems of oppression rather than appropriating or co-opting marginalized identities. The concept of palm color privilege refers to the societal advantages that palm color people inherently enjoy due to their skin color. Now, these advantages include greater access to opportunities, resources, and societal benefits compared to Black people or people of color. By identifying as Black while benefiting from palm color privilege, individuals like this woman in the video fail to acknowledge the disparities in power dynamics and the systemic advantages they possess. Claiming Black identity without experiencing the discrimination, oppression, and hardships faced by Black people minimizes and erases the lived experiences of Black people. Now, it overlooks the intergenerational trauma caused by centuries of slavery, segregation, and ongoing racial injustice. It's insensitive to the struggles and resilience of Black communities worldwide. There is a fine line between cultural appreciation and cultural appropriation. Cultural appropriation occurs when elements of a marginalized culture are adopted by members of a dominant culture without proper understanding, respect, or acknowledgement of the cultural context. In this case, claiming Black identity without actively challenging WS and working towards racial justice can be seen as a form of appropriation. By perpetuating the narrative that racial identity is fluid and can be chosen at will, individuals like this woman in the video contribute to the erasure of Black experiences and reinforce harmful stereotypes. Now, this can further marginalize and invalidate the struggles of Black people who face discrimination based on their skin color. It's important to recognize that identity is multifaceted and intersecting. While the woman in the video may feel a cultural connection to Blackness, she must also acknowledge and understand privilege as a palm color passing individual. Intersectionality acknowledges the overlapping systems of oppression that shape individuals' experiences based on race, gender, sexuality, class, and other factors. Claiming Black identity without confronting one's privilege and actively working towards dismantling systems of oppression perpetuates harmful narratives and undermines the experiences of Black people. I feel it's important to understand that race is a social construct with real-world implications. While race is not biologically determined, it profoundly shapes individuals' lived experiences, opportunities, and interactions within society. Racial identity is often influenced by historical, cultural, and societal factors, and it intersects with other aspects of identity such as ethnicity, nationality, and socio-economic status. The concept of racial passing refers to individuals who are perceived or accepted as a member of a racial group different from their own. Now, in the case of this woman in the video, she may have the privilege of passing as palm color in certain contexts, allowing her to access societal benefits and opportunities denied to those perceived as Black. However, this passing privilege does not erase her racial identity or the societal implications of her claim to Blackness. Intersectionality acknowledges that individuals hold multiple intersecting identities that shape their experiences and opportunities. While the woman in the video may identify as Black, she must also acknowledge her other intersecting identities, such as gender, class, and education level, which contribute to her privilege and experiences of marginalization. Intersectionality emphasizes the need to recognize the complexity of privilege and oppression beyond singular categories of identity. Now, while individuals may feel a deep cultural connection to a particular racial or ethnic group, I feel it's essential to distinguish between cultural authenticity and racial identity. Embracing aspects of Black culture or heritage does not necessarily equate to experiencing the systemic racism and discrimination faced by Black people. Authentic allyship requires actively challenging systems of oppression and amplifying marginalized voices rather than appropriating or co-opting their experiences. Now, those who claim Black identity while benefiting from WP must recognize their responsibility to confront and dismantle systems of oppression. This includes acknowledging and leveraging their privilege to advocate for racial justice, amplifying the voices of Black activists and scholars, and actively supporting initiatives that address systemic inequalities. It also involves engaging in ongoing self-reflection, education, and allyship to challenge internalized biases and contribute to meaningful social change. I don't know what you guys think about this, but these are just my thoughts. Share your thoughts as well in the comment section and let's have a conversation. Thank you for watching and see you in my next video.